Now we started. The tradition is there is always a prayer. Hold on for a minute, I will switch. Bluetooth is on. Tradition is that there is always invocation seeking the grace of the Lord before any initiative, more so when we start the study. The reason is twofold. The first reason is that human being is limited in terms of his knowledge and in terms of his or her strength. And the world and the situation outside, and to some extent the situation within, has its own pattern. That pattern to unfold may not be conducive to the pursuit that I am undertaking now. May be conducive to other kind of pursuit. And therefore, that pattern or the situation becomes an obstacle for a seeker or for any endeavor to grow out of that or to avoid or reduce or nullify such obstacles. There is a prayer so that the world pattern, the vignas may not be there, and the world pattern, maybe the situational pattern becomes more conducive to my pursuit. Now here, both in the tradition, when the initiative is in terms of teaching and learning, teacher and student both make prayers. Student obviously makes a prayer because pattern of the mind is a problem. The external pattern or external situation had been fairly conducive to the goal that he or she wants, because that brought him to a teacher, and then the teacher is teaching now, and he has sat with the teacher to learn, but the prayer is for the student, on the part of the student, may what I learn be get assimilated. Tejasvino adhitamastu, sort of. That's a part, we keep that part little later. Why student prays? Because there are obstacles, psychological obstacles, cognitive obstacles, emotive obstacles. So they may not be there. But the question comes, why does a teacher pray? One who writes a book or one who teaches. The reason is, and more so for writing a book, there is a prayer, because any kind of writing is addressed to a given set of people. It is not for all persons. So the prayer is made with an intention, may my writings, may my teachings reach to the right person who needs it, for whom it is addressed, the audience, or the level of the seeker that was kept in mind, may it reach to that particular person. Secondly, those days in the tradition, these were written on the tree bark. Shastras were written on the bark of the tree, on the leaves. So there is a famous vakya, Ajabakshitam, Gajabakshitam, Gajabakshitam. Sometimes the goat would come and eat away the Shastra. So may let that not happen to my writings. And secondly, they used to live in a hut and they have fire, especially to cook, the fire to do oblations or whatever. That's often the cases have happened. Even fire to light a lamp at the night. Often the cases have happened that the fire spread and the kutta got burned, any manuscripts burned at the last. In fact, it reminds me of Pujya Swamiji that in the drive, cooking something famous which they do. It caught the fire and it burned.
excuse me, Swamiji. તમારો અવાજ બ્રેક થાય છે.
So, coming back to this, Shastra may get burnt. Oh, again, are you? If you don't get me, just raise the hand. Okay.
We can see you, Swami.
Okay. So the things can get lost. In a sense, the kutia got burnt, or as I said, this is addressed to a specific student. And so many shastras were lost in parampara because those were burnt by the enemies. As I mentioned, the classic example is the Roman libraries were burnt. And many other scriptures we hear when we move around in the country from people that the foreign rulers burned the Shastras and destroyed our universities, Nalanda and all those Vishwavidyalayas. And also it might happen that the Guru may not get the right student, like Dhanurvidya is fairly lost. All those are Shastras, that Garudastra and Sarpastra, we don't have any idea, clue about it, where they are and what they are. So the teacher prays so that whatever he or she writes, it may not neither get burned nor get eaten away or reaches to a right kind of student. That's why there is a prayer on the part of a teacher. And as I mentioned the other day, while the teacher is generally doing salutations to the Lord, offering their pranama, seeking the grace of the Lord, as well as of the teacher, Guru also. They seek the Guru also because Guru himself is non-separate from the Lord, because what Guru teaches is nothing but Brahman, and that is a Swarupa Ishvara. Therefore we say Ishvaro Guru Atmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagina. They are one. No doubt, we need to understand this sentence properly. Teacher is Ishvara in sense of Satya, Swarupa, not Upadita. The limitations of body-mind complex will apply to a teacher, and those limitations in terms of knowledge and the strength will not apply to the Lord. That difference will be there. But however, teacher is the Lord, Sarvagna Sarvavit, and therefore they seek the grace of the teacher. More than that, even though teacher may not be Lord in sense of Sarvagna Sarvashaktiman, but he being what it is, he or she being what it is, totally free from ahankara, teacher is only the instrument in the hands of the Lord. And therefore, his sankalpas or sankalpas of the teacher are nothing, non-separate from the sankalpas of the Ishvara. And it is mentioned in Shastra, and in this text itself, we will see one who serves the teachers and one who wants the grace of the teacher gains whatever he or she seeks from a teacher. So teacher is generally Satya Sankalpaha. Heart is so pure, he or she is totally identified with the Lord, and whatever he or she wishes comes true. So the grace of the teacher is also sought. Here he seeks the grace of the teacher. Vasudevendra Yogindram Natva Gnanapradam Gurum. Now, what kind of Guru and who is a Guru? It seems this is a name, Vasudevendra. Generally, we hardly find the word Indra as one of the compound in the names of the Swamis, but Pujya Swamiji often used to say that this is generally found in the Kanchi Pitha Acharya's name. Vijayendra Saraswati, Gnanendra Saraswati. Indra is always there in the tradition. So it is, there is one interpretation that this text is written by one of the acharyas, Pithadipatis of Kanchi Pitha, whose guru's name was Vasudevendra. But certainly not by Adi Shankara. Okay, because Shankaracharya has of late become a title, though it was a first name, proper noun, a person's noun. But then when he established the four mathas, those mathadipatis assumed in course of time the title of Shankaracharya. So we have many Shankaracharyas as of now in the past and future. But to distinguish the first Shankaracharya from all these, we call him as Bhagavad Pada. Often traditional name is Bhagavad Pada, or we call him as Adi Shankaracharya. So, certainly the text is not written by Adi Shankaracharya ji, because his guru's name was certainly not Vasudevendra. He was Guru Govinda Pad's disciple, and therefore that's not Adi Shankaracharya. Now, coming back to this compound and summarizing what I said last time, Vasudevendra Yogindram. So, Vasudeva Scha Indrascha Yogischa. You can say Vasudevendra. Indra is a name of, is a title again. The Devta, who is the king of the heaven, is called Indra. So, means the Shreshtaha, Jeshtaha. So, Vasudevendra, so the most exalted one. And who is a Vasudeva? Maybe his first name, Vasudevendra. And Vasudeva is certainly the name of Krishna. Vasudevasya apatyam Puman, the son of Vasudeva. Krishna's father's name was Vasudeva. Therefore, he was called Vasudeva. Like Rama, there are so many Ramas, at least 3 Ramas are famous in the tradition. Like the son of a Dasharatha, then Balarama is also called Rama, and Parshurama is also called Rama. So, to distinguish sometimes this Bhagavan Ramachandra, this the son of a Dashratha is called Dasharathi Rama. Dashratha say, from the word Dashratha comes Dasharathi, the son of Dashratha. Similarly, Kunti say Kaunteya. Similarly, Vasudeva say Vasudeva, the son of Vasudeva. Now, Vasudeva word is very loaded word, very meaningful word. Vasuhu means Vasati Sarvasmi. Vasu. The Vasu means one who resides in everything. Residing in a sense, the one that is the self of everything. That one because of which the Vastu exists and shines. Satta Spurti Pradata. Because of the thing is in a borrowed existence of something else. That something else is called residing within. Like you can say the bangle or a chain. The existence of chain is a borrowed existence. The thing called chain doesn't have an existence of its own. It exists because of gold. Chain is because gold is. If you take away the gold, the chain is not there. So, with reference to chain and with a golden bangle, golden chain, golden necklace, etc., we can say gold resides within the chain. Please understand, within is in a sense of Satta Swarupa Pradata. One who gives one who provides the existence, the sentiency or the shine, that is called residing in. Now just extend this. Though this is not a topic, I want to explain you certain thing. People say Atma is within the body, and people think within the heart, and they literally search within some Atma. This word within this is where you require a tradition. I'll explain about it later. This is where you require to know the correct meanings of the words. This is called implied meaning. This is called, you can say, Lakshartha. Atma is within doesn't mean it is literally within, like the water within the flask. Like you and I, as of now, we are within our rooms. That is not in a sense that sense. It is in a sense, gold is within the chain. Gold is within the bangle. Gold is within the earring. That within is in a sense, it is that because of which the bangle is. It is that because of which the chain is. I can still give another example. The wood is within the table. The plastic is within the chair in which you are sitting. Wood is sitting. Is within is Atma Swarupa. Atma means that which gives existence, that which shines. Shines means the bangle is yellow because gold is yellow. Had it been a silver bangle, it would have been a white. So you can say with reference to silver bangle, silver is within this silver bangle. Understand this point? Please know this, that within, so also Atma is within the body. It is, that means the satta, the existence of the body is because of the self. Not only the existence, the shine, the sentiency, the capacity, the knowledge is that within me is because of the self. That is called within. There is no real within. Now, coming back to this, so Vasu or Vasu means one who resides, one who is within all. All means that which is, that isness belongs to that Vasu. That isness belongs to whom? That is called Vasu. Like when you say chain is, bangle is, earring is, that isness of the chain, isness of the bangle, isness of the earring belongs to the gold. So that is Vasu. So in this Geneva conference, I had to talk about the Hinduism, what is the Hindu vision of this. Then I said, we say, whatever is God. That is our vision. We don't say God is somewhere. Whatever is manifestation of God. Though the God word is not proper for, but I had to use them. Because if I use the word Brahman, I have to define, and those guys will not understand. So I said, whatever is non-separate from the God. All these ornaments are non-separate because the existence is provided by that vastu. Gold is the existing thing, existence per se, because of which all the ornaments have existence. That is called Vasu. Okay? So Vasu is, because of is, everything is. Vasu is that is, because of which everything is. Vasati sarvasmin. One who resides, one who abides in everything is called Vasu. Abiding in sense, not an entity other than what it is. It is the isness of the thing is Vasu. And Devaha. It can be within, like gold is within the ornament in this sense. Devaha Dyotanatmaka. Ever, it is effulgent, shining, self-revealing. So the self-revealing existence is called Vasudeva. Dyotanatmakam Deva, Dyotanatmakatvad Deva, that which is self-shining, that which is self-revealing. So Vasudeva, and it is Indra. And as I mentioned last time, word Indra refers to Ishvara. Word Indra refers to Maya Pati. The one Indra refers to one who wields Maya Shakti. So Vasudevendra, and that Guru is called Yogindra. This is a word, Vasudevendra may be the name of a teacher, and Vasudevendra, as I mentioned last time, it can mean the Ishvara also, both ways. Now, Yogindra, Ishvara is a great yogi. This, what kind of yogi? As I said, Bhuta Vrunnacha Bhutastha. Pashyame Yoga Maishwaram. In the 9th chapter he says, though I as though create the whole world, that is a yogi, which is not there, still he makes us feel it is real. And what is yogi? That he, in spite of being all pervasive, is still something beyond, transcendental. Even though he is all pervasive, even though he is everywhere, but he is beyond that also. Okay? So eminence as well as transcendental. That since many of you have studied Vedanta, this Purushukta shloka, Sahasra Shirsha Purushaha Sahasraksha Sahasrapat. So what is the next Ruk? Sabhumim Vishwato Vrutva. He pervades the entire creation from all the sides, inside, outside. He is there. And then he says, Atyatishtat Dashangulam. He is little beyond also. So that is a yoga. And nobody can be yogi like him. Nobody can create a creation like him. Therefore, he is called Yogindra. A teacher also can be called as Yogindra. Because here the word yoga means knowledge. Okay? Knowledge. Knowledge Yogindra. So best knowledge, the one who has assimilated the knowledge, and therefore Yogindra. And this Gnana Yogena Yogindra, Gnana Yoga Praptaha Asti, Praptosti, Gnana Yogena Samprapta. He is well assimilated the knowledge, therefore Yogindra. So both words can be interpreted for Ishvara as well as for teacher. Now, then he says, Gnana Pradam Gurum. Guru is my teacher. Now, in India, the word Guru is often used in many traditions, like music tradition or dance tradition. All our types of dances, Bharatanatyam, Kathakali, Kuchipudi, etc., they call the teacher as a Guru. And Ayurveda also, there is a tradition they call the teacher as a Guru. In many area, those who teach, they are called as Guru. Now here, is he one of such Guru? No, then he says, Gnana Pradam Guru. That's an adjective to Guru, one who gives me Gnanam. Or you can say Prama Pradam Guru. Now there is a word Pradam. Gnana Dataram Guru is one thing, one who gives. But Pradam, Prakarshena Dadat. What does it mean? Who gives Pradam means adequately, completely. That means one who gives me two interpretation, one who gives me knowledge of completeness, one who gives me complete Gnanam, means Purna Vidya Pradataram. One who has given me the knowledge that I am Purna Pradam. And secondly, this is the only knowledge which can be given in total. Why you can say this? Because that is your nature. So the knowledge, and what kind of knowledge? Knowledge which is, why do I say this alone can be given? Because all other disciplines of knowledge, the Vishaya Vastu, you cannot know it completely. Very beautifully, Bhagavad Pada says in Mundaka Upanishad Bhashyam, Apara Vidya Sa Avidya. Any knowledge about something other than me is not knowledge, in a way, ignorance. How, just think of this sentence. More you know in a given subject, more you discover what all you do not know in that subject. More you study, more you discover your areas of ignorance with reference to that object. So nobody can, like even simple medicine, people start studying with anatomy, they study the entire body, then they become doctor, then they become postgraduate in one discipline, orthopedic or ophthalmology or surgery, whatever, and then they become super specialist in retinology. In retinology also, he knows that I don't know this. Then again they become super specialist in heart surgery or heart. They say, I can do only this and not that. So nobody can know it completely in any discipline. So more you keep studying, you keep discovering the areas of your ignorance with reference to that object. But this Brahman can be revealed and known completely because that is you. Therefore he says, Gnana Pradam Gurum, one who gives me complete knowledge, adequate knowledge. Now, in other words, you can explain this, which we shall see little later when it comes to some other topic. What kind of Pradam, adequate knowledge? That means knowledge that is free from any kinds of doubts and any kinds of error. Okay? So, knowledge free from samshayas. There is no samshaya. And there is no error with reference to knowledge. That Jnanam teacher gives. That is why the Guru word implies to only the teacher of Purna Vidya, Brahma Vidya, not other gurus. This is only this Guru, Jnana Pradam Gurum, Vasudevendra Yogindram, Natva Jnana Pradam Gurum, Mumukshunam Hitarthaya Tattva Bodha Vidhiyate. Now, before you start writing the book, there is a tradition that you have to justify. Why are you writing it? And for whom are you writing it? So he says it is being written from the word mumukshu. You know the word chikirshu. Chikirshu means one who is desirous of doing. Bubukshu, one who is desirous of eating. Mumukshu, who is desirous of moksha. One who wants freedom. Here we have to just add, when we will see mumukshu, the definition of mumukshu will come when we talk about adhikarite. Mumukshu is a one who wants moksha not as one of the pursuit, but at the exclusion of everything else. I want moksha. Nothing else but this. You can say this is the priority of my life. This is the goal of my life. Or everything else that I have to do, I continue doing, but that is a subservient. Like for a woman, when she gives birth to a baby, that is the priority. She may do the daily chore at the home, but then the priority is the baby. Similarly, mumukshu is a one who is completely committed to moksha. In other words, knowledge. Now the question may come, mumukshunam hitarthaya, when you are talking, what is the hita of mumukshu? You know, mumukshunam hitarthaya, for the benefit of mumukshu. Hitakari. What is hitakari? That which gives me comfort, that which makes me feel at home with myself, that is called hitam. You know, in Ayurveda, this word is used often by Vaidyas. They say that you have this Prakriti, and therefore if you eat this, it is hitakari. You know, see how beautiful, how in-depth study our teachers had it. This is one new discovery I got it, that if you have acidity problem, pitta dosha, then you should eat this sugar, sakar kahiye na Gujarati. I don't know the English word. You have to eat that. And that is the best, like our Sharad Purnima, that few days ago there was a Purnima. And we Gujaratis have a festival, custom that we beaten rice and the milk, we mix it up, soak them in the milk and sweeten one. You keep it on the terrace and the moonlight falls on it. It is as though soaked in the moonlight for 3-4 hours and then you eat it. It is supposedly very good for the health. Couple of Vaidyas told me authentically that those crystals, sugar crystals, not the artificial crystals, original crystals, you keep it in the moonlight for the whole night on this Purnima, last Purnima day, and then store it for the year. And whenever you have acidity problem, take that crystal. It has an extra power, like homeopathic medicine, power. This power it has. So that is, then they say, this Vaidya told me, if somebody eats that sugar, it is hitakari for that person. Okay? And now understand the word hitam, that which makes you feel comfortable, that makes you feel at home with yourself, that which makes you feel happy. So the hitam oneself, gaining moksha. So mumukshunam hitarthaya, it means in order, I am going to unfold or teach this Shastra so that mumukshus will gain moksha. Mumukshunam hitarthaya means mumukshunam moksha praptyarthe aham. This book I am writing. I am writing so that mumukshus may gain moksha. So Tattva Bodha abhidhiyate. Abhidhiyate means is presented, is written, or is being revealed or unfolded or being taught, whatever you can say in a secondary meaning. Now, as last time I said, Tattva Bodha, the meaning of the word Tattvasya Bodha, the truth, the teachings of the knowledge of the truth, and the truth of everything, that is Brahman. So when you say Tattva Bodha, it means Brahma Vidya. Tattva Bodha means Brahma Gnanam. Tattva Bodha means Atma Gnanam. So I am going to reveal or teach self-knowledge for the purpose of hita, benefit of mumukshus, and their hitam is for that mumukshu may gain moksha. As I said, elaborated last time, Anubandha Chatushtaya. Anubandha Chatushtaya means what? The fourfold things by which you get connected, you get committed to Shastra. The last 2-3 points I said, Vishaya, Adhikari, Prayojana, and Sambandha. The subject matter is Tattva Bodha. Then Adhikari, who is qualified for this knowledge? Mumukshunam. The Mumukshu is the one. And then Vishaya, Prayojana is what? Hitarthaya. So Hita is for the purpose, the seekers, knowledge that they may gain moksha. So moksha prapti is a prayojanam, and self-knowledge is a prayojanam is the purpose. Self-knowledge is the subject matter, and qualified person to study this is called mumukshu. Mumukshunam hitarthaya. Now, what is the connection between study of this book and the end? Just pull that. What is the connection between the end that I want and the book that I study? In other words, the gnanam and sadhya, the end. Generally, you gain the knowledge and then do something to gain the end. The classic example is you study the book of cooking, cookery book. You gain the knowledge how to cook a given dish, but that doesn't prepare the dish. You have to work for it and prepare it. All our universities give the knowledge. Then you do something and understand that thing or create something or manufacture something. So to gain the desired end, knowledge itself is not enough. After gaining knowledge, you have to act upon. That is a usual thing. But here, that is not true. The only thing, the knowledge itself is enough, because what you want to gain is yourself. Like I want to go to USA, then I study, I gain, open some sites and which are the flights available, and then how much is the money and how to go this place, etc., etc. But that doesn't take me to that place. To go to that place, I have to buy the ticket and board the flight and go there. But then that is not here. The sadhya is nitya prapta. That being the case, the knowledge itself is the end. Why I am repeating this? People have a lot of misconceptions about Vedanta, which again last time I briefly mentioned. What is that? They say you study from a teacher. Studying from a teacher is theory. To practice. This is not yoga. And practice, then know and realize. They all talk like this. Knowing, know, meditate and realize. So after meditation, you will have self-knowledge, owning. That is not true. Okay? Maybe pratibandhaka, that is a subject, but not that the knowledge is some practice, something to be. You just need to understand. Teaching Vedanta or learning Vedanta is not, and then you have to practice yourself. That is very practice business. Learning itself, he should give the knowledge because it is. So, pratipadya pratipadaka. So, the revealer and the revealed relation. Or you can, the book, the knowledge is a means, and the knowledge leads to moksha. Sadhya is moksha, and the means is study of the Shastra. And therefore there is a Vakya, Jnanad evatu kaivalyam. Knowledge alone liberates. Evam gnatva vimokshase. Like so many verses in Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says, so the Sambandha is a unique Sambandha. Having done Namaskara, Pranama, having done the seeking the grace of a teacher, having sought the blessing of the grace of the Lord, and giving a clarity about Anubandha Chatushtaya, the teacher with the text. Okay, see, have the text with you, WhatsApp group and our email. So if not, just take a printout and keep it with you. So when I read or teach, I want the text to be right in front of you, with you. The first sentence is Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampanna Adhikarinam Moksha Sadhana Bhutam Tattva Viveka Prakaram Vakshyamah. The whole sentence is Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampanna Adhikarinam Moksha Sadhana Bhutam Tattva Viveka Prakaram Vakshyamah. We shall now talk. We shall now describe Vakshyamah. Last word. We shall now teach. We shall now unfold. What will you unfold? Tattva Viveka Prakaram. Okay? Prakaram is the method or the mode of what? Viveka. Discriminative. The Tattva Viveka Prakaram. The mode of the discriminative knowledge of the truth. means the methodology or the mode of truth discrimination. How to discriminate the truth? Will reveal Tattva Vivek. And since it's a knowledge, therefore discriminative knowledge of what truth. Prakaram means method, mode of discriminative knowledge of Tattva means truth. We shall do. Why do you want to tell this? It is moksha sadhana bhutam. Sadhana means mean. Sadhana means means. It means means. That what kind of means? It's the direct means, which is the only means. And for moksha, for freedom, for liberation, for fullness, for happiness, for total peace in modern jargon, you say. So in order to gain total freedom, in order to gain total happiness, in order to gain total liberation or fullness, I'm going to describe you the mode of discriminative knowledge. Okay? Now, for whom? He says, sadhana chatushtaya sampanna adhikarinam. For adhikarinam, moksha sadhana. This is a means for moksha for these people. These people. Who are these? Adhikarinam. What kind of qualified people? Qualified ones. Sadhana chatushtaya. Who are endowed with, those who have assimilated, those who have this sadhana chatushtaya. Chatushtaya means group of four. Sadhana means sadhana, fourfold sadhanas. Those who are endowed with fourfold means of knowledge. I am going to tell you the direct of discriminating the truth. Please understand. He says, sadhana chatushtaya. Twice he uses the qualified ones who are endowed with fourfold qualification. So the person should have fourfold qualification, the fourfold sadhana means, and then I will tell you another means for gaining moksha. Understand? Twice he uses the word means. Moksha sadhana bhutam, that which is a means for liberation, is being revealed for those who are endowed with fourfold means. Please listen again. The means for moksha, liberation, is revealed or is being taught or is being described for those who are endowed with fourfold means. Now the question comes, if they are already endowed with fourfold means, why you need another means? And when you, another means in terms of knowledge, viveka, tattva viveka. And if tattva viveka is a means, why do you need this fourfold qualification? This is where one needs to understand the swarupa, the nature of knowledge. So know this, two words, the swarupa, the nature of action is kartrutantram. Action depends on karta, doer. It is based on the free will of it. As it is said in Sanskrit, kartum shakyam, akartum shakyam, annatha va kartum shakyam. One can do, one may not do, and one may do otherwise. The standard example we give in the class, suppose I hold, generally the flowers are there on the dais where I'm sitting, and then table, and I say, there is a rose, red rose, and I show, and I say this, come on, Swamiji often used to do this, take this rose. Then some may come and take, some may take a while to come and take, and some may decide not to take. That's a freedom. That's a human freedom. Kartrutantam means it depends on the doer, karta. Okay? Like the word swatantra, swatantram, it is swavasham, it is upon me. So kartrutantam means depends on the karta. Karta can decide whatever he or she wants. But the knowledge is vastutantra. That means it is true to the vastu, the object. And that you have no choice. Karta has a choice in doing, but has no choice in knowing. Gnata has no choice in knowing. Like even I'm holding this iPod case in my hand. All of you can see this. Look at this. It is white color. Small box-like thing. Color is white. Now, suppose some of the students are sitting here in front of me, and I tell them, come on, take this. They may choose not to take. But when I say, come on, look at this, you may choose not to look. That's a karma. Okay? You may not open the eyes, you may look otherwise, you may look upwards, you may just close the eyes. But when you look at this, you don't choose to know. You don't choose to. You have no choice but to know this as a white piece. iPod stack, full stop. You cannot choose, let me know this as a red one. I think Swamiji, had it been orange, it would be so nice to you, matching. You may color this and make it matching. But as of now, you have no choice but to see it as white. Knowledge is Vastu Tantra. This Vastu, this object, decided as though that you have to know it as white. You have no choice. It is Vastu Tantra. That means knowledge is choiceless. Knowledge is choiceless. And I can add, since it is choiceless, you pick up certain knowledge which you don't want also. Our standard example in India is, you pass by certain areas or garbage bin which is open, street garbage bin, you pick up the dirty smell, filthy smell. You don't like it, you don't want it, but you pick up. In Gujarati, there is a word also, when they don't like something to hear, kash, I wish I had not heard those words. But when the words were spoken, suppose not a word, there was a sentence is spoken. And from the first sentence itself, you didn't like to hear that. And you can't that person to stop it. And even if you say stop, that fellow doesn't stop. But you have no choice but to hear. Some people are the leaders of the previous birth, so that hangover to give lectures is there. So they keep talking, blubbering out. So you don't want it, but you have no choice. Knowledge is choiceless. That being the case, you need proper and adequate means of knowledge. That becomes a secondary means of knowledge. That eyes are the means to know the color. That's a proper means. And when your eyes are open, you have no choice but to know this as white. But then I should be competent enough to see at a certain distance. Suppose you have glasses, thick glasses, you can't see. Or suppose eyes have some other retina problem, so many problems that it can have. So even when the eyes are open, you can't see that because they are not adequate. They are not competent enough to see or know. Therefore, here the means of knowledge to work, you need a secondary means in terms of preparedness of the mind. You need that mind, that which is qualified to know. In other words, that which is competent enough to know the Vastu. If it doesn't have necessary competence, teacher may reveal, but you don't see. Like the known object may be right in front of you. Classes no. When you go for the numbers, they show you the board or they ask you to read something. It is right in front of you, but you can't know it. To gain the knowledge, the Vastu, the pad is there, the sentence written are there. But to read the words and comprehend the meanings of the words, you don't have competent eyes. So necessary competency to gain the knowledge is called sadhana chatushta. Fourfold qualifications. These are certain attitudes or to some extent cognitive and emotive change. One need to bring about, one need to address or work for cognitive and emotive change in oneself. For this Vedanta, which is a means of knowledge to work. Vedanta works means when the teachings takes place, I see through and through that I am Purna, that I am complete, I am Ananda. That seeing means owning of capacity is gained by when one has fourfold qualifications called sadhana chatushtaya sampatti. And the one who has this, he or she is qualified. See, people don't understand this. This is a secondary means, but equally important means. They don't understand this thing clearly. Therefore, they say, I have studied Vedanta theoretically, now I have to practice. I know Atma is Ananda, but I have to realize Ananda. I have to experience Ananda. This experiencing, realizing, Anubhava, etc. One possesses necessary qualifications for knowledge. The nature of knowledge is one thing which I would tell you, it is immediate. It is choiceless and it is immediate. Knowledge is right there and there. At the very moment it takes place. There is no time gap between. Moment you open the eyes, and if the eyes are competent, right now you see this is white. It is not that, oh, now Swamiji told it is white, now I have to experience as white. So I keep blinking the eyes and I keep washing the eyes, and it doesn't work. I have to experience the white, anubhav karna hai white ka. That's not right. Then and then you see, this is white, full stop. Similarly, I see I am Ananda, full stop, if I am ready. But when they don't understand this, therefore they say, having studied Vedanta, you have to experience the truth. There is no experience. In fact, when you say experience, that means the self becomes automatically separate from you. You think it is away and I am different. That's not the message. And when the person, there are pramanas in Shastras, like Nachiketa, etc., When they studied Upanishad from Yavaraja, he says, I know what it is, full stop. There is no necessity for experience. Or even Arjuna, when he says, Bhagavan asks, Kasyad Ajnana Sammoha Pranashta, is your delusion gone? Nashto moha smriti labdha karishya vichanam tav. He didn't say, oh, very good, you gave me a lot of teaching, now give me some time to meditate and realize and experience. No. Right there and then, I see what I am. So, the nature of the knowledge being what it is immediate and true to the object. So, but that is possible only when I have a competent means of knowledge. Like even when you have glasses, they show you that board, you see, I can read the first line, I can read the second line, I can read the third line. A fourth, I don't know, it is D or B. You say that. And when you put the right glasses, it is B. Immediate, clear. So, sadhana chatushta is first necessary. That is what now teacher is going to talk about, that we shall see that from the next class onwards. Okay? Namaste to all of you. And I will do Shanti Mantra and then we may leave the meeting. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. Hari Om. So the next class